Penguin Random House Audio and Harper Audio present The Wealth Money Can't Buy, The 8 Hidden Habits to Live Your Richest Life by Robin Sharma. Read by Adam Sims. Money is not required to buy any necessity of the soul. Henry David Thoreau, philosopher. Possessions make you rich? I don't have that type of riches. My riches is life. Bob Marley, legendary reggae musician. The most important things in life are not things at all. Everything I want is right here in front of me. I have wind, I have rain, I have snow, I have sun. So what if I don't have a big home and a big car? I know many people with those things, and they still aren't happy. Doug Obie, mountain man and hermit. A note before we begin. For access to graphs, reading materials, and more, don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider. A personal message from Robin Sharma. I'm writing you this note from the farmhouse I live in. Through the window of the room where I do my work, I can see the olive grove, vineyards, and a vast mist floating over the hills that seem to reach for the heavens. It would be good if you were here with me, so I could tell you in person everything I wish to share about a life richly lived. Maybe we can do this in the future. Let's see. My sincere wish as you pass through this book that I have written to help you live the highest version of the greatest vision you have of your life is that I earn more and more of your trust as the book unfolds and become your companion, friend, and mentor. I humbly and honestly thank you for believing in the value of the ideas you are about to discover on leading an existence filled with true success and real wealth, rather than the fake version that has been programmed into too many good people. I hope this book that I've worked so hard on will serve you to make a life of far greater beauty and happiness, courage and connection, along with an inner peace that has no bounds. Please note that my philosophy of what makes a great and glorious human life, on which this work is based, is very different from that of other books in the personal development field. I simply ask you to keep an open mind as we progress through it and measure whether the information is valuable by the actual results it delivers into your days. Okay, let us begin. There's an old story of a young boy who spends his evenings in the countryside watching the sun set over a perfect home on a faraway hill with windows that appear to be made of gold. He is utterly consumed by the idea of, sometime in the future, making the journey to visit this place and hopefully, eventually, living in it. For to do so would give him the happiness he so deeply desires. One day, when he's slightly older, he sets out to make his dream real. He journeys for many days and even long nights, surviving solely on the kindness of strangers, who encourage him to keep on walking when they hear of his ambition to visit the perfect home with windows of pure gold. Eventually, exhausted and spent, the boy arrives at his destination. Yet, of course, it's not at all what he saw it to be. Instead of perfection, the house is a broken-down barn. And rather than the windows being made of perfect gold, they are old, dirty, and cracked. He realizes that from afar, the barn's position on the lofty hill had created an optical illusion. The lightfall on the windows made them seem fashioned of precious metal. But what he had seen from a distance was a lie. Oh, what a world we live in. We are trained to measure whether we are winning by the amount of money we have, the size of the possessions we own, and how well we have used our best days in pursuit of fame, fortune, and influence. This causes too many of us, deep within our souls, to feel bad about our lives, sad about ourselves, and mad that the dreams we once had such faith in have been destroyed, dying a quiet death as we replace them with adult responsibilities, life stresses, and human struggles. Sure, money is important. Having a reasonable amount allows us to lead easier lives, live life on our own terms, and do good things for the people we love. Having enough opens more windows of possibility and doorways of choice. Yet money is only one form of wealth. There are actually 7 other forms I'd like you to focus on, so we get you to a life that you feel is honestly rich, deeply alive, and everything you once hoped it would be. I'll teach you these, along with a very powerful method, with all the enthusiasm I have, as we move ahead together. Sometimes we're so busy looking at what others own that we forget all the blessings we have. And I'm not only writing about material things when I say this, I'm writing more about the essential elements of a human life beautifully lived. Ones that are just too easy to neglect in this fast, overly complex, and continuously messy world you and I now find ourselves in. Things that may now seem unimportant, yet when you're at your final hour of your last day, come into clear focus as being the most important. One of the reasons I wrote The Wealth Money Can't Buy is that so many people across this planet are suffering from thinking and feeling that they don't have enough money, enough material possessions, enough likes, followers, and social status. This, in turn, causes what I call in my mentoring work the suffering of unworthiness. Too many among us have a profound sense that we just don't matter, and that we just aren't successful, and that our lives are too small when compared to lives we are told are perfect and big. Here's the truth. You are absolutely and uniquely and undeniably enough. You have such gifts, talents, and goodness, and so very much to be grateful for right now. Yet so many have a sort of hole within us. And here's the trap. We push ourselves mercilessly to seek more and more external things to fill that hole, falsely telling ourselves that when we have overflowing cash and flashy cars and fashionable clothes and online followers, one day we will magically wake up feeling okay and lastingly happy. Yet you and I know that day will never come, because nothing in the outer world will ever make you feel better on the inside. As the Zen proverb confirms, wherever you go, there you are. So what's the solution? Simple. To understand that what you are chasing in this collective pursuit of climbing the popular mountain of success, which society has trained us to climb, will not lead you to real success. Because reaching the summit of money but getting there feeling empty, lonely, and unhappy isn't winning. It's losing. You don't want to be like that young boy in the story I shared, who chases an ideal only to learn it was a lie. Success occurs in the privacy of the soul, wrote famed music producer Rick Rubin. Worldly success without a joyful heart is fool's gold. My humble prayer is that you experience both. The audiobook that you are listening to is my gentle offering that will lead you to experience the genuine victories, soaring cheerfulness, and magic, yes, magic, that makes a human life great. I've poured my mind, heart, body, and spirit into this work. I hope it serves your rise marvelously well. With love and respect, Robin. Introduction. The other night, Elle sat on the sofa next to me in the living room of our farmhouse in the Italian countryside. We moved here a few years ago with the most important possessions of my life stuffed into 3 suitcases. I needed a new adventure, so I sold my home, gave away many of my things, and left the country I'd lived in for 55 years. After we landed in Rome, we waited at the baggage carousel, excited by the beginning of our fresh life. Then we waited some more, and then a little more. Yes, our luggage was
Sample complete. Ready to continue?